Effective teaching practices for teaching the whole child examines a holistic approach to teaching. We will look at pedagogical aspects for a holistic approach and educational theories and practice. Pedagogy refers to the practice of teaching. It is being aware of the strategies and approaches that encourage students to learn. 3 pedagogical aspects include student wellbeing and pastoral care, effective teaching practices for good academic outcomes, and classroom resources. Student wellbeing and pastoral care play a crucial role in a child's primary school experience. Standard 4 of the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers is create and maintain supportive and safe learning environments. Teachers can help students feel safe at school by consistently being supportive, friendly, and enthusiastic. Warmly welcoming students and asking them questions about themselves will help create strong and open relationships. Knowing your students is important and aids your ability to detect any behaviour changes in students that may be brought on by problems like schoolyard bullying or family problems. Effective teaching practices are fundamental for achieving good academic outcomes. It is necessary for teachers to gain and sustain student attention. Capturing interest by using student names, short tales, images, props, music or media are effective techniques. Teachers can provide lessons that encourage meaningful learning. Here students link current learning with previous experiences. A student could be learning about the negative outcomes of littering and connect this to a recent advert she saw for Clean Up Australia Day. Creating posters or video presentations are good techniques. Assessments for learning are considered crucial in student learning. Black et al. State students should be encouraged to keep in mind the aims of their work and to assess their own progress toward meeting these aims as they proceed. Activities could include reflection summaries, peer assessment, visual representations, and collaborative activities. It is important for teachers to promote classroom involvement. Asking students lots of questions, encouraging students to participate in discussions, and acknowledging efforts are all good techniques. Well thought out, suitable and relevant classroom resources assist the learning process in the primary school classroom. Resources can engage and inspire student learning. Resources may include books, computers, music, interactive whiteboards, and art supplies. Classroom seating and table arrangements are also important. Tables set in straight rows may be suitable if a guest speaker is coming in, but not be so appropriate for group activities. Students may feel more alert and engaged in a U-shaped table arrangement. Factors that may further enable or inhibit the 3 pedagogical aspects include class sizes, school budgets, school policies, space, time, and professional development for teachers. We can also identify that each of the pedagogical aspects can influence the others. For example, a student may suddenly withdraw from classroom discussions due to getting bullied in the playground. The teacher may strategically position the student on a particular classroom table in an attempt to help the student increase their confidence. Jeannie Ormrod explains, theories of learning provide explanations about the underlying mechanisms involved in learning. Let's take a look at behaviourism and constructivism. Ormrod defines behaviourism as a theoretic perspective in which learning and behaviour are described and explained in terms of stimulus-response relationships. Here students receive instant recognition for correct answers. For example, students participate in a group maths quiz. Students are applauded if they answer correctly and continue standing, while students who answer incorrectly sit down. The last person standing is the winner and is awarded with a chocolate bar. An external factor that may affect student learning in this example is if a student who is often bullied about his weight in the schoolyard avoids winning the quiz and answers incorrectly on purpose because he knows if he wins a chocolate, taunts are likely to follow. Anita Woolfolk defines constructivism as the view that emphasises the active role of the learner in building understanding and making sense of information. One method is problem-based learning. Woolfolk defines problem-based learning as methods that provide students with realistic problems that don't necessarily have right answers. For example, a teacher asks students to get into teams and gives them a problem-based learning task. One member who has learning difficulties struggles to understand, so avoids the work by distracting and engaging the other students about an upcoming event. We have outlined student wellbeing and pastoral care, effective teaching practices for good academic outcomes, classroom resources, behaviourism and constructivism. Mindy Blaze points out students' identities are complex and are constructed and reconstructed daily as students interact with each other and the world. It is not until teachers become aware of the complexities of students' identities that they will successfully address difference and equity in their practice. Applying a holistic approach to education and considering students' social, emotional and academic development is a great way to approach primary school teaching.